Hey, what's up guys, Demolition134 here, back from the review. We got Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Voyager class, Sentinel Prime. Let me just say that I really like this figure. It's one of my favourite Dark of the Moon Voyager figures that have been released so far. I just love this guy. I really don't know what it is about him. I think it's more of the vehicle mode than the robot mode. But this vehicle mode looks great. I love the look of this fire truck in real life. And in figure form it is just great. Yeah, right. First thing I want to talk about is the Nectar Weapon. I'm not too sure how much I like this mech tech. I mean, it's good. It would work for some other figures. It's not a bad mech tech. It just doesn't seem to fit, the character. I'm going to try not to give away many spoilers to the Dark of the Moon film if you haven't actually seen it yet. But Sentinel Prime was a very interesting character. But anyway, I really don't think this mech tech suits him. It doesn't really look like a fire hose, which it should sort of be. It looks more like a cannon, unless it's supposed to be kind of a water cannon, but I don't know. I think somewhere it mentioned it being called a fusion cannon. Yeah, obviously it being a mech tech, it does, get these out of the way, it does, transform, and then you can actually lock it out by twisting that anyway. And then you got this giant, fusion cannon type thing. Not too sure what that's supposed to be, but it looks kind of cool. And then obviously you can just switch it back, and you can remove it if you want. So it's not, that, it's got kind of a weird joint here. I don't want to, kind of break it because I've broken so many things like that before. But there is the mech tech weapon. Yeah, not too bad. I think this mech tech would have worked, really well on some other figures, such as Megatron. But whatever. But it's not too bad. As for the vehicle mode itself, I do think this is pretty nice. I just love this vehicle mode. And he has some amazing paint apps actually as well. Very nice Rosenbauer logo on there with some nice silver paint apps along here. He's got just kind of black paint apps, there's Fire Rescue. He does have kind of a scribbled out Autobot symbol. If you've seen the movie, you'll know why it's scribbled out. Yeah, nice blue lights up here. On the side, nothing different. On the other side, you can kind of see his chest there. I don't know if I got this chest piece transformed correctly, because oddly enough, my figure didn't come with instructions, so yeah, forgive me on that. But overall, very nice looking vehicle mode. Now, I will say, for a Voyager, the transformation of this guy is fairly simple, and I really do enjoy it, to and from vehicle mode, which you will both, you'll see that both in the review. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come around here, just unpeg these side panels and lift them up. I'm going to come around here, flip these front panels underneath, like so. Back here, I'm going to try and just kind of unpeg these pieces. Unpeg his legs from the back section. Then, just pull out his arms. In fact, we're going to lift this up, and then you can rotate out the arms, like so. Then what we're going to do, flip that underneath, flip that under there, and then that will just fold up under there, like that. And then that is effectively his back done. We're nearly done already. Then we're just going to take this, lift it up, peg them into the sides, like so. I'm going to take the wheels, unpeg them under there, just kind of slide them underneath, like so. Then we can rotate this the correct way round, and head reveal. Just push that up, and there is Sentinel's head. It's probably not in frame. There we go. Then what we're going to do, take this, peg that onto his back, come around here, unpeg these little panels, like so, and flip out his feet. Then we can just rotate around the inner leg, at the knee, and ladies and gentlemen, there is Sentinel Prime. Also, I forgot to mention, he does have heels. You got to flip them out, otherwise he won't stand up properly. Now, a lot of people have been bashing this figure due to the lack of paint apps in robot mode, and due to the fact that, yeah, that's his back cable. That's how it's supposed to be transformed. I've seen loads of reviews on it, and this is how it's supposed to be transformed. You can fold it back if you like, but there is, really nothing that's going to stop that cable from being there. But overall, not too bad. I do like it. One thing I do kind of have a little bit of a gripe about is the head sculpt. Not too sure how much I like it. I mean, the overall moulding is great, but the paint apps on it just don't really do it justice. And the fact that it's got clear light piping doesn't really help it very well. If he had some sort of, I don't know, different coloured light piping, like a blue or a green, I think it would have looked a lot better. But it's just clear light piping, and you can barely see his eyes. But he is still rocking that Sean Connery head sculpt. Now, what really kind of bummed me out about this figure is that the fact that he doesn't come with his swords and his shield, and that kind of sucks. Because this mech tech weapon does not seem, to look good on this robot. Sorry. I'm knocking shit over now. It just, I don't know, it's just way too big for him, in my opinion. And that kibble's coming up. Mine's really loose on that bit. It always seems to come out. But the gun just seems a little bit too big for him. Not too sure how I feel about the gun. If he did come with his sword and his shield, that would have been awesome. I think this figure would have, gotten at least a 9 out of 10 for me. In terms of articulation, it's not too bad. He's got a swivel joint up here. Head can rotate 360. I'm not going to do it all the way. Can rotate here. Bend at the elbow. No wrist articulation, unfortunately. Can bend at the hip. Can rotate in and out. Bend at the knee. Rotate 360. The feet can actually pivot. Kind of up and down due to the transformation. But that is about it. But you can still get him into some pretty neat poses. And that is about it for Sentinel's robot mode, so let's get him transformed back to his vehicle mode. It is fairly simple from here. I'm just going to, kind of straighten out the arms, lift them up, like so. Unpeg this, just get this out of the way, like that. Can unpeg these panels, like so. And that's that done. That's the majority of his vehicle mode. Then what we're going to do is going to rotate the legs around, flip up his heels, and we're going to peg them together, like that. Then, lift up his feet, fold these up, like so, and then we are going to just kind of pull this down, like so, and then kind of rotate it like that. Then we're just going to try and get the wheels out. The wheels are kind of a pain in the ass. That's probably the most annoying thing about the transformation. It's just the wheels at the front. After we've done that, we're going to come around here, just unpeg the arms from here, rotate, and we're going to rotate them back, and just going to fold them, kind of inwards. And then we need to make sure this is all the way back, and there's two little pegs in there, and they will go into Sentinel's fists. So we can kind of grab onto them for dear life in vehicle mode. It's kind of a pain. You have to make sure you got it rotated correctly, like that. And then we are almost done. We just need to get the leg panels just kind of pegged in, like that. It's not too complicated. Then just make sure everything's in line, and then we can close these down, like so, and you can hear a click. Then we can just peg that in, and something doesn't seem to have gone right. There we go. Angle these up, and ladies and gentlemen, there's Sentinel Prime back in his vehicle mode. Overall, this is an awesome figure to mess around with, and I really highly recommend it. I just love this guy. It's one of my favourite Voyagers that I have picked up in a long time. And, despite his faults, he is outweighed with the good points. So, definitely, try and pick this guy up. He is definitely worth it. Anyway, that is my review. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you guys later.